Bula! Welcome back to another episode of Put a Lido on It, sponsored by Pepsodent toothpaste, distributed by Motibhai.
Oh, this is not the water bottle.
I'm Ty.
And I'm Penny.
And this is the Magic Factory office.
Yeah, so we decided to switch up the location a little bit. We just wanted it to be something new. So, we wanted to hang out with the boys that are actually responsible for putting out our video. He's not even one of those.
He doesn't even work here.
What are you doing here?
Hello, security.
But so these are the boys that are responsible for putting out our online content like this. So we wanted to, immerse ourselves
in their lives.
in their work environment. But anyways, what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about after function.
After functions.
Specifically after what we've had the last 2 days, we know that an after function is coming.
Culminating in the coming, yes. So, as you know, the Fiji finals are on.
Yeah.
Today is day 2 just finished.
Yeah.
And tomorrow is the last day. So, we already know that weeks before this started, weeks before the sporting event started, after parties are already being planned. Okay?
It's already done deal and sorted, bestie.
Yeah. If you don't know of an after party for your school, my friend, you were not invited. I'm so sorry to tell you this, but if you don't know, now you know. Like growing up with parents that went to prominent schools in Fiji, we are very well accustomed with school after parties. Yeah, my dad not so much. Every now and then there's a QVSOB get together.
That he's actually keen on going.
That he's actually keen on going to, because to him it's like, okay, I'm done with high school. I don't need to be too much in the school spirit for that. But for my mom, when it comes to an ACS after function, Baba, she will take us to as many of them as we can go to, okay? If there is no alcohol involved, then we are going. If there is, then we are staying back, but we're staying back with the rest of the kids that my aunties brought. We're gonna
basically like our siblings.
Yeah. So we have our own like little villa or room that we all stay in, and all of the moms and aunties are in the other room partying it up. But it was good fun, and it was really nice to see the sisterhood and the brotherhood, that the bond that they have way after high school, which I really think is cool. But after functions,
I feel like they have evolved over the years, depending on the decades and the years that have finished. Some have become a little bit more elaborate. Some have very ladylike. Some have tea parties.
Yes, very demure, very cutesy. Like, for instance, our friend Tino here, back in his time, after functions would be bonfires and dancing around the bonfires. Got a rain dance and everything. Papyrus leaves for invitations, those kinds of things. But now we've evolved. We have technology.
We're in today.
My first graphic design was the cave paintings.
Oh, I never said that. His fellow graphic guy said that, so I'm not gonna say anything else. But after functions and after parties, I feel like we just need to be
a bit more, because we're living in a scary world. It's scary out there. We tend to put our guard down.
Release your inhibitions.
But we do so safely with your besties.
Period.
Yes.
Just be safe out there. Make sure that, here's the thing. The people at home, 9 times out of 10, they will sound like they are trying to spoil your fun, but really they just want to make sure that you're safe, that they know where you are, okay? You can get the telling off later, just as long as they know where you are, boo-boo. So that, God forbid, if something happens to you, at least they know where the last place you were is from to, wherein thereof.
I think one thing that will eventually happen is like if high school students tend to want to go, have their own fun. Please, I know that your parents probably say no.
We've been there.
Just tell them.
Okay.
Because don't
tell them, oh my gosh, mom, dad, I want to go to the synergy, and then go like this to the synergy. No, you're going to the party. Sangagori Liwaj.
There's no synergy there. No,
there is a different kind of synergy going on there. Okay, you better act like you know. But yeah, just remember,
Yeah.
listen, if
your parents
you
have been there, they've done that. They know every single lie that you will possibly think
Period.
to tell.
Period.
You think you're sneaky, Baba, Ruski. They didn't have
invented-
technology. So they got
sneaky.
creative.
Period. Okay, but it's harder to be sneaky now because everybody's got technology. Yeah? So you have to like not be in the photos if you didn't tell your parents that you're going to a certain place.
Speaking of technology, so a friend of mine, she wanted to go somewhere that she was not supposed to. She already asked her parents. Her parents said no.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, okay, then what's the issue then? She's like, I have to put my phone on airplane mode. And I was like, why is that? She's like, because my parents have my location. And I was like, sister girl.
I know a thing or two
That'll-
about that.
That'll be it.
That'll be it. That'll
be
do it.
And I think because Ninta didn't have that growing up, they didn't have like, the whole getting our location. Whatnot,
Yeah.
But they had, because they know people. What's wrong with you?
Such a baby. Yeah? And then they just know people.
They just know people.
Oh my gosh,
My
that
mother
just
knows
triggered
so many people, it is
feelings.
scary.
It's scary.
I can go anywhere around the world. I went to New Zealand and people were still asking me about her. That's scary.
Even my dad, like I remember he had given me a phone once, and this phone, it was like a postpaid phone of sorts.
It was a company phone.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
But and like I could only call his number. There were no other numbers that I could call except for his. And he was like, I just need to hear the phone ringing and I know that you're okay. If the phone's not ringing, that means you're deliberately guising my calls because that phone is in your hand 24/7. I'm like, okay, you did not have to attack me like that. But yeah, when it comes to big events and when it comes to going to after parties, just make sure that your family knows where you are,
Yes.
okay? You might not want to be taking risque photos or like photos that they would be disappointed at. And if you are going to take them, just like keep them to yourself.
A memory,
Or-
a fond memory.
yeah, or just post them on the socials that your family doesn't follow.
Because we
okay?
all know, we all have that social.
Okay, come through spam account. But just make sure that you are mindful of your surroundings. Make sure you're going with people that you know and trust.
Yeah.
Make sure that you stay hydrated. So important that you stay hydrated, especially if alcohol is involved. And by the way, this is for like the gang over 18.
We're talking about the alumni.
We're
now.
talking about the alumni, boo boo.
We're talking about the current
not the
students.
students. Okay, you go home.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it
Go
twisted,
smack
mama.
juice, my darling.
But yeah, if you're gonna be carousing with your friends, just make sure that you stay hydrated and that you know your limits, okay? And don't let anyone force you to,
Do something you don't want to do.
yeah, or to like take in more than you want to take
Yes.
in, okay? If you know that you're done, don't let anybody call you a coward for not drinking some more, okay? Just tell them, listen, relax. This just means it's more for you, okay? Chill out, boo-boo. I want to go home so I can remember what happened tonight. Yeah, so that kind of thing.
Oh, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's
Do you
pretty
have
much-
any tips on how to
Just
manage
be honest. That's my biggest
with your
tip.
parents, with your partner,
Partner, with
especially the
your-
partner who let you go out to meet your OGs and your OBs? Let's be honest with each other, okay? Because we don't want clothes flying out the veranda.
Yeah, because that's one thing that I noticed growing up, how honest and open my parents were with each other when it came to like going to their, OB and OG events. So my dad, like, we would be in the dark most of the time because why should we know what our parents' businesses are? But then I would ask my dad, hey, where's Na? Or hey, where's and he'd be like, oh, she went to an ACS OG cocktail, or she went to an ACS OG function, and we'd just be like, oh, okay, cool. And there was no animosity, there was
Nothing.
no there was no thing. So yeah, just be honest with your family about where you're going and what you're doing. And for the other side, for the other end of the stick, if you're gonna be a sook and not let the people that you care about enjoy some of the things that they want to enjoy, then you should just not be with them in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's giving insecure.
It's giving insecure, Bobo. It's giving have a life outside of your relationship and not that kind of life. Okay, just have a life and then come back to the relationship, please. But yeah, let us know in the comment section what you want us to talk about in our next episode. And just another shout out to our sponsors. Pepsodent toothpaste, distributed by Motibhai. And yeah, stay safe.
Oh, and all the very best to the kids who will be competing tomorrow. You guys got this.
Love you.